What is going on, Duckers? And thanks for hanging out for this return live stream that we haven't done in a very long time. We're gonna kind of figure out how we're gonna do this. Not exactly certain. The majority of you guys are probably watching over on Decoy Voice. I think we're gonna be doing the replays on Decaf Decoy, or maybe just do the live streams on Decaf Decoy. Still not 100% certain, but I really do feel like once we can get enough live viewers to make the chat kind of good, we'll move it all the way over to Decaf Decoy. So if you guys haven't already, check out Decaf Decoy over on youtube.com/decaf. Yeah, we have 29 watching over there. I can swap out the chat to have everybody, because we also have a bit of people over on we also start echoing everything. People over on Kick, yeah. So I don't think Nux is gonna drop in over here. I thought Nux was on vacation right now, so we're still gonna figure out how we're gonna do the chat right now, because I want to know. Don't super chat right now. I just want to know if the super chats will pop up on this thing. The one thing I don't like is that I can't scroll on this. I can't scroll on this at all, which is kind of weird. Yeah, 1,000 viewers right now over on Decoy Voice. Yeah, we are live right now. Thanks, Pesticide 5. We're live. This is lagging everything out. I kind of wonder that. Yeah, okay, so M4 Sherman, where are you at right now? Okay, so yeah, M4 Sherman, so still kind of learning this. M4 Sherman's chat popped up regular, but it is kind of a super chat. So I think eventually we're going to move over the live chat box right here to, I don't know. So yeah, we have a super chat right here, but it didn't even pop up on this. Let's see. Grimy Oxtails. It doesn't even pop up on this thing as a super chat. This is not okay. This is Restream's thing, so I gotta figure it out. What's up, Neobach Truck? I remember you from a long time ago. Yeah, this is happening a lot. So yeah, just a test. Thanks for the $2 test, IT Consultant, and also Grimy Oxtails saying keep it up with concise commentary, Decoy. Appreciate that. But M4 Sherman saying it's been forever since the last live stream. I think it's been, how long has it been? Let's see. 5 months ago. 5 months ago was the last live stream, so we'll kind of figure out how we can start to incorporate these more. And I know, yeah, you've been a member for 22 months. We're gonna have our first people becoming channel members for over 3 years. It's nuts. Like, you have the duck eagle emoji. Soon we're gonna have it. It starts off as the duckling emoji when you become a channel member. A mallard duck, a dark mallard duck, the angry mallard duck, and then the duck eagle, and then the glowing eagle. And I didn't know what would be past gold, but then the next one is going to be the phoenix rising from the ashes eagle. Hopefully that'll be a cool thing. What's up? Thanks for the super chat. And also, Igor, I know what you're doing. That's terrible, dude. Thank you, Igor. TFOO Bucks saying congrats on 1 million. Enjoy your videos. Thank you for hanging out. I mean, I know with 1 million subscribers we could probably get a little bit more Oh, thank you, Matt, Pat, a cat, for rejoining the Decoy Squad, or what do we call them? The Decoy Elite. So yeah, don't doom scroll if you appreciate Decoy Voice videos. I mean, this is all the channel's been recently. Yeah, a uranium eagle? No, I don't want a glowing green eagle. I kind of feel like the flying one was being good. A judge says, why the live stream? I would say just so we can see if we can do more of these. I feel like when I was trying to do that last sprint towards 1 million, I knew me doing regular videos or doing live streams was gonna stop up like the flow. So really wanted to hit 1 million. It was kind of cool. You can see back there, you have the 1 million play button, the silver play button, and also the mirror that I had in my old at my old apartment when we used to have that. So it's kind of a cool way to like commemorate all the stuff we've had. Is my dog propped a shock? I honestly kind of felt like it would be funny if I put my cat perch over there, even though my cat only likes sitting on the perch so he can see the outside and also enjoy the sunbeam. But if I had him over there and I tried to figure out a way to keep him there with like treats or something, being the nice version of the shock, I don't know. I don't know typically live stream. I think we're going to do more live streams. Decaf Decoy will probably be a channel that can just knock out a bunch of videos very, very quickly, because if it's live streams, we can kind of clip it up. That's something I learned from, what is it, Asmongold and Tectone, they do that. So maybe I'll try to follow their lead. I saw some super chats pop in. Make sure I don't miss them. All the buttons are all messed up right now. Thank you, Tricky. Yeah, saying you got a nice badge. The gold duck was kind of cool to me, but something just to kind of commemorate you guys as you go forward. Real Vigilante says, never seen you stream before. Thank you for making content for all of us and destroying the libs. I wouldn't even say destroying the... It is destroying the libs, but it's destroying the mainstream narrative that has sadly become captured by the left. How do I move this over? There's that. The channel member. Thank you, Angelia Burleson, for joining the Decoy Elite. Thank you. And also, Chaos Knight XY says, if you have to visit a Civil War battlefield in the East for fun, which one? I don't know. All I would say is when I went on, oh, thank you, back to Common Sense, for joining the Decoy Elite. Thanks for all these channel members. I would like to see this right here, because it has the kick chat and the other chat. Like, what did we have? 1.5K on Decoy Voice. On Decaf Decoy, we have 77 watching, so I appreciate that. Take an online math test. No, we are going to take a this later on in the video, so stick around if you want to see this. How do I turn this back? I want to do the Pew Research. What political ideology, what political typology am I on? I do want to do that, so we're gonna do some political testing at the very end. See if you guys appreciate that. I mean, I gotta adjust all my tabs now. Crazy the River says, just call me River from LA. Appreciate that. Sad to say, I used to be near the quote LA River, and it's not a river at all. It's just this dirty, disgusting gutter that has mosquitoes because there's sitting water. And then where I was by, they built all these nice little outdoor like gyms for us to enjoy on the expensive bike path. This, like, the LA River was like, millions and millions of dollars. And it was just this dirty, dirty thing that had mosquitoes, and then the homeless people took it over. I remember I was like a longboarding, like a skateboarding through it, just trying to have a good time on my off day, and I skated through one of them, and they can tell I wasn't a homeless person. And then when I was going through it one way, it was like, okay, they noticed me, the homeless people. And then when I went back through the I reversed it and went the other way, they like started to come out and follow me, and I was like, yeah, this place is dangerous. And I remember I had a police resource that I knew for like years over there, and he was like, yeah, don't go down there. Like, I told him my experience on it, and he's like, no, LAPD has no control over that area. It is very scary. Not scary, it's very uncontrolled over there. Let's see. Lots of channel members back to come. Oh, I already said that. River. Amazing channel. Thank you for doing what you do. Appreciate that. Thank you, Silver Scientist. I think I'll cover everything $20 and below, or below $20 at the very end, and then just everything else in the beginning. Back to Common Sense. Decoy says Decoy Demon Slayer. I've tried to watch that anime. I usually don't have enough patience to sit down and watch animes for like hours on end. And sad to say, everybody I know loves Demon Slayer. Oh, what's up, Corpus Delecti and Pesticide. Oh, thanks. See you, Pesticide. See you next time. I wanted to get into it. All my friends that are into anime said that movie was phenomenal, but I just don't have the patience for it. I'm not going to take an IQ test, guys. Like, there's no way. Decoy Demon Slayer. Oh, no, not K-pop Demon Slayer. Not Demon Slayer the anime. K-pop Demon Slayers. I actually did like that show. It was funny to know that I thought it was a show. It was actually a movie. I watched it not knowing it was going to be like a full movie. I was like, I didn't set enough time away from this, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was like, wow, this was surprisingly unwoke for Netflix. But then I recently found out that Netflix purchased it from Sony, because Sony didn't have confidence that it was going to do well. And it's like Netflix is by far like their number one show ever. And then they're going to do a sequel now, and I'm like, I hope Netflix learns that lesson, doesn't interject wokeness, and just knows people just want to watch stuff. They just want to watch regular stuff, man. Uganda says the animation's like 30 frames per second. Honestly, I can't tell. Maybe I'm old and my eyes are going bad. But honestly, yeah. And Spam says my daughters love it, and I love the music. Yeah, it was catchy music. I was listening to it on YouTube in the background. It was pretty cool. And it was just good fun. It was entertaining. I don't have to be the biggest fan of K-pop to enjoy that. And, I appreciate them for doing a try. Netflix, are they going to make everybody black and lesbian? Honestly, I think they're not going to be able to help themselves. They know that an unwoke movie was their best performing movie, like, ever, and they just can't help themselves but interject wokeness and DEI and everything, even though K-pop Demon Hunters is inclusions. It's inclusion of Korean people in the mainstream, and yet they're gonna add something in there. Just like, I don't know. Double the stream, double the likes. I mean, kinda. Bobo Yogi says, I'm 54, sadly like K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, you should just, no shame in liking something that was just for entertainment. It was good. Over on Kick, how many of you guys are over on Kick right now? I know if I play this, it's gonna start echoing, but I want to know how many people we got watching on Kick. Follow on Kick, because maybe that's the only place we're gonna do live streams in the future. There's only 31 live viewers, but I mean, you're probably over here for the chat on YouTube. Decaf Decoy, I don't know. Let's see. What would you guys say would be the best place to stream? I was thinking maybe the clips of the live streams, like if we live stream on Kick, put the clips on Decaf Decoy, and just still the concise light order commentary on Decoy Voice. I don't know. Yeah, there were some bops in that song, yeah. Gifted 50 Decoy memberships. Nobody gifted that many, did they? I don't have memberships on Decaf Decoy. I think that shouldn't be a paid for live stream site or a page at all. It should just be here. Wait, did I miss that? Oh, wow, somebody did. Okay, thank you, Matt Porker Lab, for 50 Decoy Voice memberships. What is that, like 50 times 5? I'm not a math agent. 50 times 5. That's a lot, man. Thank you. $250. Wow. Thank you. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Not Mate. Mate? Porcolab? I should probably... Let me ask Google. Mate Porcolab pronounce. It's not going to give me anything. What the heck? How come the top result when I looked up Mate Porcolab, it says... bed bugs. I wanted to post this comment. They got bed bugs on Facebook, and that's the response. What? I don't know. But thank you for that huge, tremendous gift. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And then also, Mark Finley saying from Shithole, Illinois, thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll cover all the super chats under 20 at the very end then. Just schedule a weekly show here, consistent views and subs. Yeah, I don't know if I want to dilute, like, if you subscribe, thank you, Interver for joining the Decoy Elite. I don't know if I want to do live streams here when you subscribe for concise light order commentary, and then you have me just rambling. Like, we're 14 minutes in the live stream. I've yet to get to the first topic. We're just hanging out. I should have both chats open somehow, some way. I did on Restream. This is all of it. This is Decaf, Decoy, and Kick, but it's not giving me, like, somebody gifted 50 subs and then it just didn't pop up. Like, I would hate to think that anybody gifted something big over on Decaf Decoy and I haven't seen it. I have to look at the chat over there now. And Kick. Oh my god. But I'm echoing now. Oh, this is Decoy Voice. Jeez, I can't click everything correctly. Let's see. Decoy Voice. I'm over on Decaf Decoy. 63 watching over there, which is pretty cool. Making sure there wasn't any... Yeah, see, there you go. We have Neobach Truck says, Super Chat work on Decaf. It does not. I can't see it. So sorry. Sorry, Neobach Truck. Guess I should just pull this up here. It didn't pop up there. Oh, crap. Wait, here it is. Yeah, it didn't pop up there. There it is, but I don't see it. So I got to figure out. So yeah, subscribe over on Decaf Decoy if you haven't already. We are likely going to do the live streams there only and maybe keep this kind of clean or whatever. I don't watch the PBD podcast. I know his wife, oddly enough, follows me on Twitter. So somebody on the family watches Decoy Voice, which is cool. Have you thought about starting a Rumble channel? Congrats on 1 million. I won't say anything too negative about 1 million. The only thing I would say about Rumble is I sometimes don't know about their view counts. Just like on Twitter, your view counts are always kind of wonky. I know that I've seen people on Rumble with like insane amounts of views. Like they'll have like 10,000 live viewers, but their chat will look like it has 10 live viewers. and I just don't know what's going on over there. I know that the payouts aren't as good as they are on YouTube or on Kick, and it almost seems like, why would I further divide my audience on another platform if I don't exactly know what's going on in the back end? And honestly, like, people from Rumble have reached out. They seem very nice, but it's bizarre on how my experience has been with those guys. So, I mean, feel free to reach out if you're from that team again, because somebody was like not talking to the other person on that platform. It was weird. So I have a Rumble channel. When it couldn't auto mirror, I just stopped. And then honestly, something weird going on over there. Yeah, let's create a second YouTube channel dedicated to live streaming. That is Decaf Decoy, so it might be that. Not the Rumble channel. Let's see. The heck, why are these buttons just broken so much? I'll never forget he isn't a math Asian. Yes, I am. I'll cover everything under 20 at the very end. Thanks to Intelligent Observer saying, "What's up, brother? Congrats on 1 million subs. I told you I did not say you were going to blow up. Happy for you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much." Probably should get to the topics at some point in time if these buttons would work. I heard something about the overflow on YouTube chat. It'll block. Yeah, Neobach Truck, thank you for testing for it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, Rumble needs to work on the UI. I just don't know what's going on in there. Oh, thank you, Maybe Sunshine, for hanging out. So they said they need to work on their UI. I think they need to work on their audience base. Because one thing I'll say about Rumble right now is you have all the people, freedom of speech guys, right? They go from YouTube because the only place they're not banned on is over there, and they refuse to ban them on that. Like, you have people like, I think it's the Fresh and Fit guys. Obviously people like, who's the big name guy? Dan Bongino went over there. I think he was their star for a while. And then like the Fresh and Fit guys, Johnny Somali or whatever, they'd be there, and it's like, okay, so they won't get banned on there because they are the freedom of speech platform, and I respect that. But the problem is the only audience you capture are the people that want to follow somebody that's banned on all other platforms. It's not like Asmongold, where he'll be on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. I don't know if he's on Instagram or not, but it's just like, you only get the fringe audiences. So if you're somebody, you're like a girl or whatever, and you want to do fashion blog content, you want to do like regular people stuff, not fringe content that can't be hosted anywhere else. If you go on to Rumble, the only cross-pollination audience, like the only audience that's going to come from a different platform onto not from a different audience, like the existing commentators that are on Rumble, if they start watching you, they're going to be leftovers from Fresh and Fit's podcast. They're going to be leftovers from I don't want to say Dan Bongino. Who else would it be? But it's just like, it's not going to be normal like people that watch other content watching yours, and it's going to be this kind of, I don't want to say incel angry viewers, but it's not going to be someone that was watching Mr. Beast, that was watching a fashion creator, then watching you. It's only going to be that. And until Rumble can get an audience that's not mainly that, it's going to be rough. Thank you for this super huge super chat, which is 100,000, but HUF. What is HUF currency? Hungarian forint. So thank you for this huge super. It's got to be over $100 because it's red, but it's 100,000. So I'm just gonna pretend I got 100,000 super chat. I really appreciate that. But from Mati Porca Lab again with the super huge super chat. That's amazing. Thank you. Saying, hey man, thank you so much for your work. You were awesome. Here's my appreciation. Please do not stop. No, I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. I don't need all that, but I really appreciate that. You're willing to stand by your support. So thank you. Appreciate it so much. I wish I could pronounce your name correctly. Mate? Mate? Porco? I don't know. But thank you. Thank you so much for that. And I'll cover the other ones under 20 at the end. Thank you back to Common Sense saying, did you see CNN giving credit to Trump for the peace deal and calling out Obama for not giving Trump credit? Hell froze over. Yes, CNN, MSNBC is now calling out the mainstream media. So it is bewildering me how that's happening. But it's even Hillary Clinton gave him a shout out. Maybe I should just play that real quick. Hillary Clinton gave him his props. How do I find this? Hillary, Trump, Gaza. That's She was like giving him significant. Here it is. Just because we're talking about it, and that's a super huge super chat. We're not even in the first topic yet. Sorry, guys. But yeah, here's Hillary Clinton talking about, commending Trump.
A really significant first step, and I really commend President Trump and his administration, as well as Arab leaders in the region, for making the commitment to the 20-point plan and seeing a path forward for what's often called the day after. Most importantly, the conflict hopefully will end with the ceasefire, the hostages will be returned, and then the very hard work of rebuilding Gaza, of finding the kind of security that Israel and the Palestinians after Hamas deserve to have, moving forward with the other points in the plan to try to create an opportunity.
I think that she's angry that she's saying all these positive things right now.
For Palestinians to have a better life and for Israel to have greater peace and security. I am very hopeful that we'll be able to see progress. Today's a good start, but we have to keep going from here.
I forgot who else said it. There was another person online, or it was like a news outlet talking about how good on Trump for following through on the framework that Biden put out for the peace deal. It was absolutely ridiculous, but it's like, yeah, hell freezing over. CNN, they're all like starting to give him their props. They're like starting to give him pushback. So yes, thank you. This chat is so messed up. So thank you, Mate, for that. Thank you to Back to Common Sense. Oh yeah, about giving him Trump credit. And also this super huge super chat. Oh my god, it's so lagged out. Maybe I just have too many tabs running. Oh my gosh. I'll cover the everything under $20 at the very end. We're getting too much right now. If I can even click this thing. Jesus. There you go. Matias Ray for the super chat of ARS 500. So I'm guessing it's like $50 US. Saying, hey man, big follow of the content. Thanks for the effort. Keep it up. Cheers from Argentina. Thanks for, I appreciate you watching all the way from down there and also giving some support. So appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Cat Mocha becoming a channel member again. What the heck? Everything's so lagged out. Yeah, Trump should get a medal for this. He should have got the Nobel Peace Prize, but did not. It makes the prize for peace completely, it makes it completely meaningless now if he can't get it for that. 270 Huff is 100,000. What? 207 Huff 100,000. It's 200 US dollars for. Okay, wow, that's a super huge thing. No, Nathan, you're not shadow banned. If I change my chat to all messages instead of top, it just keeps on going too fast. So at least it kind of filters a little bit, because if you look at this chat over here, it's not going. Your chat might be locking up if it's locking up, refresh it. Just refresh it. This is the restream chat. I don't know. Okay, cool. So thanks, Mate, saying you don't. Oh wait, where did that thing go? You said, oh, you gifted 50 more decoy. Whoa, whoa, that's crazy. Thank you. That's so much. Thank you so much for subscribing, for gifting that. Mate said, where is it? So I'm saying he didn't care. He's been watching since 70,000. Appreciate that too. Oh yeah, I don't really care. I've been watching this guy since 70K subs. So fucking amazing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of you guys been hanging out for a very long time to see how the channel has changed. A while. It's crazy. I mean, this isn't live. This is live. How would I be talking to you guys live? Thank you for the love from Australia. See, look, this is top chat right now, and it's going by too fast. And that's what I mean about the whole certain other platforms being, I don't want to say sus, but it's like I will see somebody with like 20,000 live viewers on Rumble, maybe 10,000 live viewers. I'm getting the numbers wrong. Not a math Asian, but I'll see someone with an absurd amount of live viewers, quote unquote, and the chat doesn't look like this. The chat should be flying by. It should, like, you know, I'm not like Asmongold with 10,000 live viewers in each channel, so it's like hard to see, but it's like even somebody with a moderate amount of viewers, like this is just 2,200 people here. The chat should be too hard to see, so it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people first time seeing me live. Yeah, we've been live for what I wanted to live stream today for an hour. We're already at 30 minutes or 26 minutes, and we haven't got to the first topic. So let's go ahead and just get to the first topic. I'll cover the other super chats later on. Someone said, what kind of Asian are you? And someone else said, where are you from? You're not from America. I'm from Korea, but I'll tell you guys the truth is, my background is somewhat mysterious, but also what I will do to protect my identity, because I did that joke about decoy voice. Real name is, whenever I tell you stuff about my background or where I've been or whatever it is, I have a policy of saying, for every 3 things I tell you about my history that are true, I'm gonna throw 1 thing in there that's just false, that's just believable. Because if you were someone that was trying to dox me and say, oh, I don't like decoy voice because his opinions on the immigration enforcement, I'm going to figure out where he is. So if he said he went to this school and went here and was raised in this community, I'm going to go look for yearbooks because he's this old in that area in this school district, and I'm going to find a yearbook picture of him, whatever, trying to dox me as best they can. But if every now and then I give you something that's just off, that throws you off a scent, it's going to make that person drill down, because I used to do investigations in the wrong spot, and they're never going to be able to figure out who I am. So I will say is, I'm not Yakuza. The Walking Dead with Glenn with a bat. No, I'm just ADHD. I have to hold something all the time and do stuff. But I'll just give you something to throw people off my scent. Obviously, at some point in time, someone's probably gonna dox me, and it's not gonna be cool, because I want to keep my family out of it. I feel like everybody that gets doxed because they do political content, it's not that I care that someone wouldn't like me. Thanks, Massive Dodge, for the gifted decoy voice membership. But it's not because I'll catch the flack because now I'm a public figure. But I don't want it happening to people in my family or like my friends or whatever. Like, they don't represent me. I don't represent them. Why punish them? But that's just how the left operates. So yeah. Decoy's real name is Johnny Tran. Are you talking about the guy from Fast and Furious? I guess we have to pull him up right now, because it is kind of funny that yep, that's him. When I was younger, this movie came out. Everybody said, "Oh, you look like Johnny Tran from Fast and Furious," because we both kind of have. I mean, obviously, I'm not this giant muscular dude, but we have the same kind of curly hair texture. Obviously, I previously was clean shaven when this movie came out and was younger. But yeah, Rick Yoon. People said I look like him, and that's what it is. John Wayne, Dr. Tran, no. Yeah, don't tell anybody shit, but honestly, I want to tell you people about, like, oh, I have a career in investigations. That wasn't my official job title. So if you're on LinkedIn trying to figure out who I was, you're not going to find that thing. My title was something in the realm, and I won't even tell you where it was. Like, yeah, it's what it is. Thank you, Spike Man, Jesus, for this. The super chat saying, Leaflet showed me you, and I've loved watching her react to you. Glad I caught you live. So I appreciate that. Is Leaflet one of the, I don't watch all the people, is Leaflet one of the VTubers? Yes, Leaflet is a VTuber as far as I know. It's crazy that it's like Nux, Leaflet, I think Kirsch is another one of them, but there's a lot of VTubers that watch my content, so it's been kind of cool that, like, a world that I'm just completely unaware of is really into what I do, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Spike Man. And also, thank you, Massive Dodge, for joining the Decoy to Lead yourself. And then Madius Ray for another super huge super chat. What is it? Origin? What is that right there? What is it? What is 1,000 ARS to USD? Because that sounds like an awful lot of money. It's like wait. It won't tell me the conversion. It's like $250? It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I don't know. Okay. Wait, 100 ARS to US. I don't want the conversion. I just want the amount. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of support. So thank you so much, Madius Ray, saying, my visa to travel to the U.S. has been approved. Congratulations. And as good Argentine. I'll be there for the World Cup on 2026. Happy to see you online. Appreciate that. Hopefully, the World Cup, I think it's going to be in Los Angeles, or is that the Olympics? Am I getting confused? All I know is a SoFi Stadium for the Rams. If you can see the Rams helmet. There, it's like a little toy I got when I went to the game recently. But I think they built the SoFi Stadium, state of the art, and then later on realized it's not the right dimensions to have a soccer game. I know where the Chargers were playing before SoFi was built, that was there. And honestly, I don't know if they're gonna get their shit together. So thank you so much for your support. Congratulations for being able to travel to the U.S. be safe when you get here, but honestly, it should be a life-changing experience for you. So yeah, really appreciate that. Am I in a K-pop band? No, I don't have delicate enough features. Like, honestly, I've been considering shaving my face, but wait, he didn't send me 3/4. If he sent me 3/4, it wouldn't pop up as red. It wouldn't. This. I think the red is like in the hundreds, and then purple is in the 50s. I think. Yes, he's purple. Red Camp. Thank you, Red Camp, for the super chat, saying he didn't. Did he send me 70 cents? If he sent me 70 cents, how'd it pop up as 100? I don't know. No, my chat revenue is high, so they've been sending a lot. Thank you, Matthew Redcamp, saying, here's a reminder that during the first term, not only was Trump the first president of the 21st century, very true, to not get the U.S. involved in any new wars, but he also tripled the number of Middle Eastern nations that have substantive peace deals with Israel, which is great. And I remember living in LA, there is a huge Armenian population. And it's like, if you don't live in LA, I didn't know about Armenians even being a thing. But once you live there, like, oh yeah, there's a huge population of them from this certain country. And a lot of them are like going to be like Democrats by default. But there was wars breaking out over there. I forgot what country was invading them over there. And there was casualties. Like, they were having a hard time. It wasn't Trump himself. It was Trump's administration went over there and brokered a peace deal. So then they were safe. And this was even before I got very political, but I remember not hearing a peep from any of my liberal colleagues that were Armenian that had family back home. And I'm like, wait, shouldn't this be a big deal for you guys? And just crickets, because nobody told them to be happy about this. So yeah, thank you so much. This chat is glitching out. You guys are seeing this too. But yeah, thank you, Matthew Reckamp, for the super huge super chat. But also, he is the peacetime president. He is. And nobody wants to acknowledge it. Decoy AI, am I glitching out? Real name Mallard McDuck, yeah. Oh yeah, there's the word. Azerbaijan. I'm probably not even pronouncing that correctly. That's the thing, is the Kardashians made most of the world know about Armenians, but then when I moved to LA, I didn't even know there was a thing. Like, I remember moving to LA from where I was previously, not really knowing much about like the Jewish population, and then when they have their holidays, I forget what it's called. Is it Yom Kippur? Probably getting it incorrect, but I just remember in LA when that comes around, like, I didn't even know the dates of it, but all of a sudden traffic everywhere was cleared up, like going to school, going to work. I was like, did the rapture happen? Like, I didn't understand what was happening when I got to LA, but it's like, yeah, it's like they have very, very diverse population, and it's eye-opening, and the Kardashians is what let people know about Armenians. It was weird. Oh yeah, I am a pro 2A guy. You can see right there. There's one of my many safes that I have here. I'm very upset about what Newsom's doing after being on like podcasts. I think it was the podcast with Charlie Kirk saying, I'm pro 2A, and then signs away our ability to buy Glocks in California. To my understanding, I can still have mine, but because gang members and violent offenders add devices that make them illegal, suddenly decoy voice, law-abiding citizen that just wants something for self-defense and to go to the range with, I'm not allowed to buy it anymore. Like, I Newsom is a scumbag. I hate him so much. Look, man, put the bat down, and we want to talk about your own view. You have 1 million subs. You are there, and we all would like to hear what you have on your mind. I mean, this is just because, like, me putting my hands in my pockets, like, I feel like I'd be very, very not animated. So yeah, here I am. What kind of bike do I have? A Ninja right now. I think that I would like to have like something Harley related, like something that's more chill as I'm getting older. But we'll see. Yeah, banning a brand of 2A is so stupid. Yeah, because it's apparently he's referencing a criminal that committed a crime and altering it. But he's someone that Newsom's own policies set him out free. He had a very violent criminal history. Newsom let him out. He committed another crime, but because he let out a criminal early so he can commit more crimes, I lose my rights. Ridiculous. Yeah, we have some stuff to talk about Newsom later on in the live stream. Good God, we're like so okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, baseball bat is the best fidget spinner. It really is. Not recently, maybe like a year ago, learned my baseball swing is what they call like a batting cage swing. So I had to really completely retool it entirely and just trying to figure it out. If I was a proper math Asian, I'd be rich right now. Yeah, I'd probably work at one of like the big four accounting firms, like all all the other Korean people I know. I'd be making good money. I wouldn't be online live streaming, chucking and jiving for you guys, so I can try to make a penny in super chats. Yeah, that's how it would be. Yeah, I think the Newscomb is a DNC frontrunner for 2028. No, I think they're going to lazy ass Asian, such a disappointment. How did my father get in the live chat on Kick? But yeah, no, it's we have a lot to talk about Newsom later in the live stream. So let's go ahead and just get over here. I'm not a karate one either, man. I'm like a movie voice anime character Asian. That's what it is. Wait, 1,000 ARS is 98 cents USD. So then if you donated 100, it's like $100. Yeah, that's what it is. That bat is ready to race some. No. What's up, Devil Dog Call? Glad to see you here still. Oh yeah, go. You said yourself, you can't figure out how to do 2 to 4 hour live stream. Just state your opinion, read the chat, enjoy yourself. Honestly, I kind of feel like maybe that's what the live chat should be. Like no plans. Like maybe I have some topics. I have like a lot of topics. I'm probably not going to get to all of them right now. But maybe it's just a hangout. Decoy loves to gamble. I do. I remember I did I forgot even which one it was. It was the one that was legal in California. It's like not online sports betting, but it's like skill-based fantasy sports. I forget which one it is because there's so many of them, and I don't want to list them off because obviously whatever. But people are like, I can't believe you take a gambling ad, blah blah blah, and it's like you guys don't know me that well, but I'm big into craps. I'm terrible at poker. I'm terrible at blackjack, but I will still play it. I know roulette is basically rigged against you, but I love all of it. See, this right here is just glitched out. So let me try to refresh this to get the chat again. Gambling Asian classic. That's probably the only stereotypically Asian thing I do is gambling. See, I can't even get the chat. I can't even get my live chat to return. Ridiculous. Hey, this is the chat from this. I'm not good at bingo. Who can be good at bingo? Decoy voice is CIA. I mean, you'd think they'd send somebody better if I was like from one of the agencies. Like, why would they send this awkward dude that like from a miracle had made it? Bubble Craps is getting big. I love Bubble Craps because it's not the pressure of having. Wait, my tab crashed. Did all my tabs crash? No. What is it? Yeah, no. Bubble Craps is cool because the minimum is so small and it's just easy to play Bubble Craps because no one's like nobody's mad at you. It's just the machine. I imagine that machine's probably a little bit rigged as well. What's up, Eddie? Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let me get this thing. Sounds like something the CIA would say. I mean, you can't beat the allegations. Apparently, what is it? Who's the guy? Anderson Cooper? Is that his name? The guy they think is going to be a what they believe is a CIA agent. But the whole 1,000 ARS was 98 cents total. But I mean, it wasn't 1,000 ARS that he gave. There's no way that's only 98 cents because then it wouldn't pop up red like that. Unless he meant to send 98 cents and sent me like $100. In that case, I feel bad. He's a Vanderbilt. Yeah, he is. Anderson Vanderbilt. Is he? Damn. Anderson interned at the CIA, so I could see that kind of be a thing. Shohei and Decoy hanging out. I mean, I wish. Yeah. What the bat do? It's I have a, what do you call it? A little thing that puts up a little plastic ball, and I just take practice swings at it inside this little office right here. This is what it is. Do I do pop wheelies? No, I'm like a grandpa on a bike. I'm gonna try to play it safe. YouTube finds the prices, so in total it'll cost you $5. Sorry for the disappointment, Jaja. I don't know, man. If you didn't mean to send that much money, it might have been that money because that's why it went that color. But I don't know. Who knows? I still don't know. Yeah, maybe because it's 100 USD for us. Yeah, the Wuhan bat. No, it's a pencil bat. Pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get to that first topic because we're just rambling right now. Let's see. For T-Ball, yep. So over in Portland, you have them. They've been protesting this ICE facility for what, like 6 months now? Like it's been a long time. Like they've accomplished nothing, but they keep on coming back. But now they're showing up in these like inflatable costumes. I guess I can't play that music, but yeah, they think it's funny to be in these little costumes because they're going to somehow save democracy in a dancing shark costume and an axolotl costume. Like this just shows that they're not serious people. They're not out there actually trying to save immigrants from being deported, because if they did, they've been denouncing that guy that thought he was sending rounds into ICE agents, but it only managed to end the lives of 2, I think, immigrants that were being deported and horrendously injure a third one. Yeah, the furries or the inflatables, I don't know what they are, but they're ridiculous, right? And then it's not just over in Portland. Oh, I thought, yeah, no, it's not just during the night, during the day. Playing music, you got Garfield, you got the wacky inflatable arm tube guy. I'm almost afraid to play the videos over here because if you guys are watching the channel, you knew that I played a video real quick. I uploaded a video real quick and deleted it real fast because the woman wasn't naked, but she just had like skin-colored tape on her. So she wasn't exposing herself, but I was like, I don't trust the algorithm to not think that this lady's actually clothed or not, so I deleted it real fast. So I'm almost afraid of showing what's going on over in Portland. But it's not happening over in Portland only, it's also over in Chicago too, and it's like, yeah, they want to say they're on the right side of history. They want to say they're anti-fascist. But here they are, just tumbling on the ground because this is going to save the immigrants. Because I can't play the audio. But look, they're celebrating, they're dancing, they're having a good time. This is weaponized unemployment, guys. Weaponized unemployment. This is over in Chicago. So the inflatables aren't only in Portland, they're in Chicago too. And they're a bunch of clowns. That's all this is. Yeah, here it is. So Alpha Omega says, it's a psyop. They're trying to change their image with the normies by looking like goofy, fun people. And that's exactly what it is, because you have Tom Morello from Rage on behalf of the machine now. I guess that's what it is. But he says, fascinating that all those don't tread on me posers and the ARs are nowhere to be seen in government tyranny is instead being opposed by a guy in an inflatable frog suit. And they're talking about the anti-fascist frog that got maced inside his little air vent. But he's over here thinking that the don't tread on me guys are on behalf of illegal immigration getting unlimited government resources, oftentimes more money on their EBT food stamp card than Americans getting it's not precedence, getting priority over Americans for housing. Yeah, those are the don't tread on me guys. Like, oh, we need to make sure they don't tread on us by making certain that the people that got here illegally get priority to government services, because that's what libertarianism, that's what the don't tread on me is about. Like, this guy knows nothing about nothing other than bending over backwards for the Democrat Party now. But as Reddit Lies points out, it's just a guy in the frog costume saying the man in question is someone needs to, and they used a word for explosives, this admin, the government needs to be, and they talked about sending rounds into them and all of their heads. So you have this guy that's dancing around in this fun frog suit. Oh, he's just in a frog suit, guys. Why is the administration so scared of him? It's like, no, he's literally calling for terror activities. Just because you put a fun frog suit on doesn't make him less of a terrorist. And yet you have idiots that used to be raging against the machine, but now just simping for Joe Biden, saying, just a frog costume, guys. Don't mind them. But finally, over in Portland, they're finally putting the foot down. This lady has a little bunny mask on. You know they're not serious people. Having a flag of a country they demand they not be sent to. The The one thing I don't like about this is whenever you have a lady wagging her little liberal finger in your face saying F you, and you're backing off of it, you're teaching them this is okay. And it never starts with them throwing a brick at them, but it starts with this. And when you don't nip this in the bud and you don't stop her from yelling and saying all these mean words to him, it evolves to the next thing. F you while she's wearing this. Ooh, shame, shame, they're doing their job, they're enforcing the borders. And then you have this over here where they're actually arresting them. How much of this can I play? I don't know. Revoke the ICE permits, you have all the fun costumes in the background. And then you got this guy over here. Look at him in his squid suit. They're like impeding on law enforcement. They're just trying to get their undercover cars out. Arresting some idiot. They still have yet to stop any immigration enforcement. Should we bring out riot control? We should, but they keep on using the kid gloves on them. They keep on having little paintball guns and everything. Like, you see this over here, David Medina, PDX, showing they're on the roof. They have their paintball guns out. They make fun of them for using them. Like, oh, why aren't you using live ammo? And it's like, because nobody wants that. I'm the biggest law and order guy. They should be able to peacefully protest, but once they get out of line, they're impeding on law enforcement, they should be arrested. I don't want them to be ended. I want them to be in jail. I want them to see a federal judge and get punished accordingly to set a precedence for other people that may want to break the law like this. That's what I want. But then this just kind of shows them like, oh, we have the kid gloves on. But yeah, in the night. Bunch of them up there. One thing that says blocked by woke judges because they were previously being they weren't being arrested by local Portland law enforcement, and then even when they did get arrested, liberal judges were letting them off with a slap on the wrist. These are going to be federal charges, so I believe they're going to get the full brunt of the law. Captain America, some alien skeleton unicorn, dancing squirrels. I think that's the anti-fascist frog again. Completely unserious. The Captain America guy that got arrested earlier, I think. Was that Chicago? No, I think the arrest was in Chicago, and you have a different Captain America guy out there doing this. Oh, there's the anti-fascist frog, I think. He's got the thing off. Still wearing a mask, double masking it because you can never be too safe apparently. But yeah, finally they're arresting him over there. But also in Chicago, they're doing it too. This is Fox News, so I think I can play this video.
I saw a guy in a Smokey Bear back there. I believe that is state police.
Obviously, and again, you have these situations where law enforcement is going to hold their ground, as Joy was mentioning, and when
somebody said the reason. It was him, right? Yeah. Nick Sorter said the reason Illinois State Police in Chicago are finally putting the foot down, because they've allowed this to happen for nearly a year now, is because Trump is going to deploy the National Guard. So if they will not protect their federal buildings, the National Guard's going to come in and actually punish these people. So now they're just kind of giving them the, not lip service, but they're feigning actual law enforcement now.
Across the line, this is the response.
What they do there is when they've identified someone who's gone across the line, the proverbial line of doing something harmful, and they need to arrest them,
yes,
they bring the line in front of them, they surround them, they actually protect that person too. That's why they're doing that. They're making sure that person doesn't get trampled. They've got to get them on the ground to subdue them for their own safety, and in doing so, they push the line forward. So that's how it becomes this trickle effect. One person does that, they push the line forward, several other people do, and next thing you know, you've lost control.
Yeah, and look,
they've lost control for years now because this is what they want.
Now going onto people's lawns, private property across from this ICE facility. But this is an incredibly dangerous situation for these state troopers, I believe they are, on the ground there, who are trying to help subdue this crowd, again, especially as the sun goes down, as you were mentioning earlier, Joey. You know, these people didn't go through security to get onto the street. They have no idea what they may have. And as
exactly, you don't know who these people are. Oh, he has a fun little frog mask on. You don't know if he literally has an AR underneath the frog costume. You already know they're willing to try to end the lives of ICE agents and inadvertently end the lives of immigrants. So wouldn't you want to protect them from these crazies that are mentally unwell that may be sending live ammunition into them? It's scary.
With previous riots, when the sun goes down, other people show up, and they show up with bricks and shields and masks and their own style of weapons that these police and federal officials have to go after. So they're clearly trying to push these people across away.
You're saying, can an AR fit in a costume? You would be surprised on how small they can get. And it's kind of scary to think about. So you have, what is this, Maria Cardona, I don't know who this person is, but CNN showing, oh my God, Chicago, Portland fight for Trump's deployment in court. Like, look at this.
Maria, can you talk about what the response should be? Earlier this week, I was talking to a congresswoman, and I said, look, should people actually be hanging around ICE? Is this only they're being baited into interactions that can justify action?
Baited? Nobody needs to be baited in anything. All they have to do is go home. All they have to do is go home, possibly run for office, maybe do something to provide services for illegal immigrants to help them expedite their pathway to legal citizenship. They could be doing all sorts of things to serve these people better than getting a frog costume on and going outside and kicking tear gas back at the ICE agents, assaulting them, or literally sending rounds into the facility over in Illinois. They can be doing an awful lot to protect these people, but no. They're not being baited in anything. They're just idiots.
Look, let's remember that protesting peacefully is a right that we all have as Americans.
Yeah, just because CNN calls it fiery but mostly peaceful does not make it peaceful, and yet they forget that we've pretty much breaking free from their brainwashing.
American citizens, Audie, and one of the things that we cannot lose sight of here is the egregious violations of civil rights.
Oh, the egregious. We can't riot and protest and block law enforcement, follow them around in Chicago and try to dox them, giving them the finger. None of this is peaceful. That was been gone, but they have to keep on telling you this thing to try to brainwash you and saying, don't trust your eyes and ears. Plenty of footage, plenty of arrests, plenty of examples you've probably seen for your own in your own life of this not being peaceful. But guys, we're telling you, it is.
That ICE is involved in every single day in so many communities. They are not there to keep the peace. They are there, I believe, to incite these protests that...
If we just... They're literally saying they are there to incite it. There's literally graffiti that says, end ICE. And then I think that's the Anarchy logo right there. They're not the guys that spray painted, we are going to end your life. It is the law enforcement to say, hey, maybe we don't want this in our community. Maybe the country, America as a whole, said we want to stop these open borders. We want to have some sort of semblance of border law now. So let's enforce this law. And they say, well, you know what? When you stop us from being able to end them from doing with the will of the majority of the American people, that's you inciting violence.
Donald Trump is now using as an excuse to bring in the federal troops. ICE is violating American citizens' rights. They are detaining American citizens for days on end.
Yeah, maybe don't commit a fucking crime. Like, what? They're arresting us for committing crimes, and we're going to jail for days on end. How dare they not let us destroy our community?
So the focus of ICE is not to deport violent criminal.
Yeah, it is. You keep on lying about it. They said, if we were allowed to go in the courthouses and detain them in your sanctuary cities, once they lose their asylum claim or once they lose their court case, we deport them. But now that you have these sanctuary cities that say we are not going to allow ICE to come in there and get people that are wanted for horrendous crimes. We got to get them in the street. So if we have to track them down over on the work site, we are going to cause collateral damage. We're going to arrest and detain people that they're with. So if we're only looking for Johnny and he happens to be there with James, Jimmy, and I don't know, Sean, we're going to arrest all of them if they're undocumented. They're like, they're going after regular people. It's like, no, they're only going after violent criminals or people they're looking for. If they catch other people, that's your fault. That's your policies.
undocumented immigrants. In fact, the vast majority of immigrants that they have detained have absolutely no criminal record. And
Except for coming into the country illegally, but also that's a lie.
on
But
top
Maria,
of
can I
that,
just can
they
I
are
follow up
detaining
with one other
American
thing?
citizens as well. Yes.
But is it a good strategy to antagonize ICE, right? Follow ICE, take a lot of videos.
Sure, yeah.
There is an argument that
Maybe
the
don't do that.
administration is making that this is itself the threat.
As long as they are not, these protesters or the people who are
Protesters.
videotaping the ICE agents are not physically attacking the ICE agents,
Which they do.
absolutely it's within their right.
They're using this footage from when the California National Guard came in. They were literally throwing Molotovs on the cop cars and breaking their windows. They were breaking down the center dividers that have rocks and stones in them to throw them at the cops. They were using leaf blowers to send tear gas at them. They were destroying Waymos. Like, they're literally using footage from a riot that occurred for over several days, and they're trying to say, but as long as they stay peaceful. Yeah, we're showing you a video of how it became peaceful because the National Guard came out there and stopped them. But let's forget why the National Guard was there in the first place. Because did the National Guard get deployed to Houston, Texas? Is it over there in Tampa Bay, Florida? Or is it in their deep blue Los Angeles that is allowing rioting for days on end, where they looted a sushi restaurant run by immigrants, but they don't care about that. They really don't care about it. They only care about criminals, illegals. It's crazy.
It's the only way that Americans are aware of these massive violations of civil rights that ICE agents are involved in. The
Is if we give you brainwashing and make up shit.
images, these videos are the ones that are telling us, look at what they're doing. They're slamming women, children.
I knew it. I was going to say, they're going to say women and children. They're going to say women and children. Oh my God. Yep. Predictable.
You know, on the floor, separating families.
Separate. Oh my. It's like she has like a cheat sheet of saying women and children, average working Americans, taxpayers. Oh, they're zip tying them. Like, it's just this whole thing of saying, oh, they're separating families. It's like, yeah, if you commit a crime, you get separated. Ignore that, though.
They attacked a priest, for God's sake, a reverend. They attacked him.
Or the guy that was standing in, the reverend, the one that locked arms and tried to stop the agents from leaving the ICE facility. So you mean to say because he's a reverend, he's allowed to commit any federal crime he wants? Good to know, CNN, because that's going to come back to bite you.
Shooting pellets at him. I mean, these things are egregious, Audie, and we cannot lose sight of that. Again, the protests and these videotapings have.
You can peacefully protest on the other side of the street, not blocking federal law enforcement. You can have your voices peacefully heard, but you sending literal rounds. This is the Broadview, Illinois one. Isn't this the one where the guy literally sent rounds into the facility, killing 2 immigrants? Ignore that, though.
To be peaceful, but that is absolutely within the right of American citizens to do that, to show the world these massive violations of civil rights by ICE.
All right, you guys.
It's our civil right to commit crimes. I like how the DHS came back and said, what you said is one of the most insanely idiotic things Americans have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent statement were you even close to anything that can be considered a rational thought. Everyone is now, this is the thing from Happy Gilmore, I think. But they say, far from engaging in criminal behavior, federal law enforcement actions have significantly reduced crime in the cities we have been deployed to. Locking up criminals works. Imagine that. Oh, is it Texas? My bad. I thought it was Illinois. Yeah, locking up criminals works. Why won't they do it? Why are they so afraid of actually enforcing the law? I will never know. Show the world. What? Was it Dallas? Yeah, Billy Madison. Oh, yeah. Wait, Billy Madison? What did I say? I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, this is live right now. So, okay. We're an hour in. I don't know. You want to... Let me know. I guess you guys can vote right now. Should we talk about the further downfall of Hassan? Or should we take this political ideology quiz? I'm kind of wondering what they will identify me as. So yes, if you want to see political ideology quiz, say quiz. If you want to see Hassan, tell me Hassan. Let me know in chat. You guys want to see this little arcade machine? This thing, I 100% don't recommend it. This thing sucks. It's just a fun little toy that sits in the background. Don't buy this thing unless you just want to have it in this background of your YouTube channel. It's on Amazon. It's super cheap. I'd do an affiliate link, but no. Both. Hassan. Quiz, wait. God damn it. Let me see. I guess I should make a thing. Engage with the audience. Poll. Dog Shack. Quiz. There's too many people here. I thought I would be able to count visually and see it. How many people over in chat over on that? Oh, so this thing's broken. Yeah, all this stuff. What quiz? Hassan, quiz, Hassan. I don't know. Quiz, then Hassan. I mean, I even have another topic to talk about Newsom too, but I just feel like I don't want to go for that long today. We've heard enough Hassan. I know we really have. But have we? Because there's more to shame him with because he thought he was going to be able to talk his way out of it, and now his friends are turning on him. Is this really going to be at like 50%? 354 votes? Downvote me because you don't like us. I thank you, Javier Boskin, for that. Can you mail in your vote? Yes, actually, I'm going to... Whatever topic I would rather do, I'm going to just mail in myself a whole bunch of votes for that. No more terror talk? I mean, yeah. Thank you, Alan J. Mackey, for the super huge super chat saying, I hope you understand how much we appreciate your videos and how you stand for the truth. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that we've had a lot of people here that just appreciate me for exactly what I set out to do. Not everybody has the time to doom scroll throughout the entire internet. They want to know the truth. They don't trust the establishments. And then they come to me, so I appreciate that. And also, Buck says, Hassan, so that's a $20 super chat. I feel like that tips a scale. We're already kind of more on that. So let's go ahead and just cover it real quick. Yeah, Byron Stott of the Phillies used a bat 2 seasons ago. I know that when they had the special, it was like the Players' Day where they can wear whatever they wanted. I think Andy Pajes used this bat twice and hit 2 homers with it, so that's pretty cool. No shot collar for me. Jesus Christ, guys. Well, yeah. Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about this, where every minute that he keeps on trying to deny it, people are going to keep on digging through his hours and hours of content, and they found out that he just straight up says, like, hey, he trained it to sit there, and it's even if he's not using the shot collar, he's still a terrible person.
And also,
I chained her to a small bed. And that's a sad thing. Is like, I understand, give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I was unaware that dogs, if they're crate trained, they love their crate. It's like a safe little space for them to go. Nobody else is allowed to go in it, and it's almost kind of like not hereditary. It's in their DNA. They like to go inside a cave, and it's like, yeah. So you crate train a dog, and at night they won't sleep on your bed. They'll go to their crate, and they love it, and it's kind of gives them the structure. This doesn't seem like that, or whatever. Like, you crate train the dog, and you don't even open the door. You don't even lock the door anymore. They just like to hang out in there. That's a little private space. This is not that. This is him chaining him to a small little bed to be, what they say, he's the most expensive Funko Pop he has.
so she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Yeah, I don't. That's not a good look. And then also this, he's like yelling him, get in the shot where I guess this one is up for interpretation. Let me know in the chat right here. I guess we can end this little quiz. We'll do a little quiz right here. Did he shock in this second vid right here? Start this poll because this video is this one's up to interpretation, but the way he moves his arm over makes it seem like, hey, you're not sitting in your optimal angle. Get back in your optimal angle.
A commemorative mug I got from England.
Reaches over. Something happened.
Commemorative mug I got from England, specifically for a commemorative mug I got from England.
Something.
Commemorative mug I got from England.
What happened there? I think the quiz right here saying, did he shock him? This 200 votes, 98% says yes. I mean, possibly not. And even if it's not the shock, it's the vibration collar he talks about, I still consider that being a shock. Thank you, Ms. Mandy's Place, for the super huge super chat saying, Hassan Hu, thank you, Decoy, for what you do. Appreciate that. I mean, I would say Hassan Hu, but I'm not going to sit here and be... Just because I don't like the guy, I'll discount the idea that he's one of the most successful streamers on the platform, especially in the political space. So it's like, I won't discount that from him, but there's something to, not learn, but just observe this downfall. Because you see this, where I won't play this video. He had a previous dog where someone found the picture he took of him, like, you know, all like flexed up, sitting there with his cool dog on the side. But it's like he takes this dog and pulls it by the tail and yanks it back towards him and says, I'm going to end you, or something to that effect. I don't really want to play this video because it's just kind of hard to see. But he's not a good person. And this video wouldn't come up if it wasn't for the dog yelping. And now, Fox News. Obviously, he doesn't care what Fox News says, but this is going mainstream. The more he tries to deny it, the more it stays out there, the more regular people are going to hear about it. Because I know people that watch Fox News that know nothing about the internet, and now they're going to know about him.
Far left's most popular influencer, Hassan Piker, doesn't just hate America, he also doesn't like dogs either. A video is going viral.
A video, multiple videos, him pulling the other dog's tail, him saying, yeah, let's sit there for 8 hours a day. This is a long, long history of that. This situation shocked me. Shocking, I know. Yeah.
Of Piker allegedly abusing his pup, Kayla, with a shock collar. Warning, this could be disturbing.
I hate this country so much.
It's so funny how he hates this country. What country does it better? I always hear these people. Socialism would work better. Who's that guy that plays the Incredible Hulk in the Marvel movies? I haven't liked his rendition of the Hulk, but talks about socialism is the answer. It's like, okay, nobody's fucking stopping you idiots from becoming socialists. Take a little community of your choosing, pull all your money together because you are obviously going to be the top earner. Pull all your money together and make a small little socialist community and tell me how that worked out for you. You're not willing to do it because you're a fucking phony. Just like this guy right here saying, I hate America. Seems like he appreciates a lot of what America has done for him and his family, and yet he makes a living off of saying it's a bad thing. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential.
What she wants to do is get up.
Violence. Okay? It's
violence. Their violence. Nothing about mine.
The same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just stop.
That audio seemed weird. That wasn't right. Maybe my thing isn't synced.
Now, Piker denies that he hurt his dog.
Denies that he hurt his dog, doesn't deny the fact that the dog yelped and all he did was this. You can be sitting there for hours on end being his perfect little puppy, but if you yelp, it's... That's the best case scenario.
It looks like the left continues to drool over him. The Big Weekend Show first told you about this guy back in May. The New York Times did a glowing piece on him and called him the Joe Rogan of the left.
Oh yeah, they keep on trying to prop him up because he's a good-looking dude. I think he's like 6'5" or something. It's like, yeah, he's the best-looking guy that spews liberal nonsense. So obviously he's the Joe Rogan of the left. Sheer regardation.
I don't really follow him that much, but I can tell you he's not the Joe Rogan of the left. But let's start.
Joe Rogan is the Joe Rogan of the left, you fucking idiots.
With you, Tommy. You know, when you hear a dog yelp, I mean, you watch the video, and I'm a dog lover, so I'm having trouble being unbiased about this. He says that the collar was just a vibrating one, and he didn't do it. But
and keep in mind that when the chat was happening, like he would see all these people saying, free Kyrie, did you shock him? The emojis. He kept on scrolling up. He kept on scrolling up so he wouldn't have to acknowledge it. And the day after, he was like, oh, wait, guys, look at this collar that has black electrical tape that nobody's going to put into Photoshop and boost the exposure and expose the fact that he manipulated the way the collar looks. Best case scenario, the dog yelps and he just mean mugs it because he's not the perfect little Funko Pop he purchased. Sad.
You see him ranting about hating America when he sees his dog gets off the bed, which I presume is his prop for hours of this podcast.
Yep.
And he reaches for something, and the next thing you know, the dog's like, bah!
Yeah, I can't
And
tell
it's
if
like,
it's
ouch,
a bed
looks
or a
pain.
treadmill back there. I was trying to see what it was.
It's an
There's a
open air
lot
prison.
of,
That's what he's on.
there's
That's
a lot
what
of
she's on.
tchotchkes in there, I guess they would call it, just sitting around. It's hard to see what it is here. I would never use a shock collar on an animal. I mean, as you know, and Joey, you know, I'm like probably the biggest animal lover here, maybe even more so than Griff. We'd have to fight over that. But again, I can't get over him saying how he hates this country so much, and then you allegedly shock your dog. And this is the guy the left is like, this is our guy. This is the guy, they call him the one that's going to communicate to the manosphere, the leftist values for the
But also know that if they're calling Hassan their guy, also know Joe Biden was sharp as a tack. He's so dialed in, he's so detail oriented. I trust nothing from them.
manosphere. He is, you know, the answer to the right and conservatism. If that's their answer, is it any wonder young men are more conservative than ever?
Yeah, there's no way they're going to Hassan at all. But yeah, Tech Zone calls it out saying there's now 7 videos of him electrocuting the dog. Guess we can play some of them. I don't want to play this one. This one's sad.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence.
Oh no, this is the first one.
A commemorative mug I got from England.
This is the second one we just watched. Moves his hand over.
Commemorative mug I got
there's
from
that.
England. Absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works.
I love every other country, especially countries that are ethnically not homogenous. Yeah, homogenous. I love those. Wow, thank you, Mate Porco Lab, for another 50 Decoy Voice memberships. That's friggin' huge. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah. Japan does it better. Doesn't like America. Getting back in your open air prison, dog.
Everything works. Everything is fast. Kaya. Place.
Grabs the thing.
He keeps on reaching over there. It's gotta be a buzzer, man. I can't be convinced otherwise.
Get back there. What is this?
And okay, Chad, tell me, this is Hutch. Back when I was a kid, and I didn't have a PlayStation or an Xbox, I really wanted to watch. I really wanted to experience Call of Duty. Didn't have the stuff, so I could watch Hutch and I could watch C-Nanners, and I forgot who else was out there. But I would watch these guys, these video game guys, and they're very entertaining. What is with the pipeline from video game streamer to left-wing streamer parroting talking points or whatever? This is Hutch, right? Why do they all go to that? Because you also had not Hutch, Destiny. Destiny used to be a StarCraft streamer, right? Why do they do that? Why do they go from one side to the other? I don't get it. Dan TDM does it too. I wouldn't be surprised. I think C-Niners is done. I haven't heard anything from him at all. Maybe I just don't look into it. The money meta, that could be very true. Because for a period of time, you would get banned if you talked to right-wing talking points, so why do that? I wouldn't say necessarily substances. I would just say that it's like, you know, probably the grift of like, oh, they can't do video game streams anymore. They're getting a bit older, but it's money. I think it's money. Yeah, it's probably money, guys. You're right. I won't play the next clip from Tectone because it's the dog getting his tail pulled. I don't like watching it. But yeah, even Destiny, they're turning on each other now. Destiny calling saying, hey, this.
It is a direct consequence of underpaying, hiring not enough people, and overworking the people that you have hired. It's absolute garbage.
Oh wait,
Did
this
you
is the same
compare
clip,
this to
isn't
the
it?
Japanese airport experience? Yeah,
It's the same clip. When he's like, get back in your spot. Get back in your spot. So live stream fails. Reddit, ultra left Reddit is very taken over. Like I know certain people that they talk about. They go to Reddit to find out what's going on. What's really going on politically? Not CNN, MSNBC. They'll go to Reddit, and I'm like, they have no idea how captured Reddit is by the left. Where there's a new clip that's resurfacing. Live stream fails, removed it because it's pretty damning right here. Like here's him and his buddy.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out.
Oh, your dog is exploring. That's what the fuck they do.
Place. Kaya.
Place.
Go.
The funny thing is, this guy right here has the option to totally blow up his lies, but he's not gonna, because you look at him just conveniently ignoring what's happening right in front of his face.
Go. No. Place. Enough of this madness.
This madness of a dog being a dog. God damn it.
People have never stopped saying gay and R word. It went away, then it came back. Really? It went away?
I think on Netflix it went away. Oh my God, all these kids in high school are so woke and liberal. They would never say anything offensive. It's like, no, kids are mean. Kids say what's on their mind. They know they don't have any consequences for stuff. What is it like? Well, I had gained a bit of weight. This is even before I did the show, but I had gained a bit of weight. And the first person just to straight up tell me to my face was one of my nieces. Like, oh my God, how fat are you, Decoy? And I'm like, good God, like everybody's being polite to me, but kids are just honest. That's how it is. So yeah, no, it never went away. Oh yeah, so now he's like, no, I have to treat my animal like a pet, like a family member, not an expensive Funko Pop. How dare you, internet?
I just want you to be reactive to the dog, which is the number one thing you don't do. Cesar Milano South Park literally had an episode about this. I know. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog.
More caring to my pet. That's what he meant to say. No, they're making me react to my dog. It's a living thing, not a Funko Pop. They're making me more react. No, my audience is calling me out for being a piece of shit towards my pet. Somebody that I said, hey, look, I'm going to take care of you like my family. I'm going to spend an exorbitant amount of money to have you here. I am a literal multi-millionaire. There is a mansion for you to enjoy, but I'm going to say, no, you got to sit on the tiny little thing over there. My audience is making me treat my animal like a family member.
When she's being spoiled, and then train her in the opposite direction. Train her.
Trainers can give you bad directions. The trainer's saying use a shock collar to put your animal in this small little open air prison for 4 hours a day or 8 hours a day or whatever it may be. They're a bad person. Don't listen to them.
Into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background.
She doesn't do that though. She doesn't sit there and bark. If the dog was sitting there barking incessantly, yelping and crying and stuff, one, I'd say just let the dog out. But two, it's not like he's trying to make it out to be. I am kind of scared at the idea of him having kids now. Like, that will be the worst scenario.
Okay, which is bad. But what are you going to do? Fuck it. I'll just destroy all of the training.
Oh no, all the training of putting this dog on this little thing, I have to treat it right now.
That I've worked very, very hard on.
Very hard on being able to make this dog very sad in the corner right there. How dare you remind me it's a family member.
Of course, now that, the entire internet thinks I'm fucking abusive unless I, let my dog do whatever she wants and then run the show.
Run the show is not being on this tiny little cube in the corner. He has lost it. He's around too many yes men. That's what happens. Like all these, these teenage pop stars. They're just raised around nothing but yes men, a whole bunch of glazers, and they don't know what it is to have accountability.
Like this. I have a good friend of mine that used to be Van's producer back in the day. Back when he was in the. Look, see, spot training is already failing because I already let her fucking.
That's what dogs do. If he wanted a statue, buy a fucking statue. If you wanted a pet, this is what you should have known was gonna happen.
I already let her do whatever she wants now. See, this is how it works.
This is how a fascist dictator works. This is exactly what it is. I gave you guys a little bit of freedom, and now you won't go back on the camps. How dare you?
Okay. She expands on the readily available confines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you see that?
That's a dog.
Thank you, haters. You have successfully ruined. You have.
Thank you, haters. You gave my dog the gift of freedom. The fuck does he think he's saying?
I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you this dub.
Yes. It was Free Kaya. They found a Reddit post from a year ago saying Free Kaya. Don't let the dog sit there like that. He's angry that public pressure won. God damn it. This guy he sucks so bad.
Dogs are like kids. They push boundaries. And then earlier
he caught himself. He was about to go down a bad path and say something that was going to get clipped again.
I saw the romantic content creator touch their plants too hard, that they were abusing the plant. The internet is now full of concerned citizens. This controversy was like catnip. I know.
Yeah, because he caters to the audience of the pearl clutching liberal. That's what it is. Very sad. Is it? Oh no. He's trying to say only the mentally ill are calling him out on this.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying you abuser. I know. Can we just move on, please? Because
move on, please. I fucked up. People are making me look bad, but I just want to be a champagne socialist. I want to talk trash about America. Say ethnically homogenous Japan is great when they're full of law and order. Why are you mad that I tased my dog? Maybe
like because the memes were funny in the first couple of days.
No. You tried to get your spin on it. It didn't work. Now you're getting butthurt.
But now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around, or like
anytime I reach for a taser,
unlock the gate or some shit. Like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already. When they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're
no. He's trying to misalign stuff. It wasn't. He pushes the button. The dog gets up to go to the gate to leave. No. The dog is sitting there where he doesn't want it to be. He pushes the gate, and the dog goes back into place. Literally trying to rewrite history. But I guess if they'll buy peaceful or fiery, but mostly peaceful, they'll buy this shit too.
Like, oh my God, he shocked her again. You know, it's just, they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness. And I think it's...
This is my mental illness. I don't like it when rich people shock their dogs. Mental illness.
Just, you know, it is what it is. Bro, they are narrating your dog absolutely schizos. Yeah, it's cop brainies.
See, his glazers don't care. His glazer, it's this, like I said in that other video where I was like, okay, I wanted to do more live streams. I kind of feel like it'd be a better way to connect with you guys. How do you fill up? Like, I'm already kind of like tired. I'm like, oh my God, I've been talking for over an hour and a half. If you knew me in real life, I'm kind of a quiet guy. I want to know, hey, how do they fill up 8 hours a day? So I watched Asmongold. Then I watched the Steak and Eggs podcast. And I watched Tech Tone. Watched Amiru. Then I watched Asmongold. Almost just like market research. Like, okay, what does the opposition do? He's obviously very successful at this. I noticed their tempos are shorter. They don't try to fill dead air like I do. Like, there's lots of stuff I learned from them. But it was like, me chatting with Chad here is like Asmongold and Tech Tone. We're all like buddies. Like, people that meet me in real life, it's cool to have conversations with you guys because I don't find myself... I don't see myself as like better than you. I look down on you. Amiru's chat is filled with guys that couldn't talk to a girl that pretty in real life. So it's almost this bizarre, like, parasocial thing. Like, oh my God, I'm talking to the pretty girl I could never talk to in real life. There's like a dynamic of not her looking down on them, but them looking up to her. Asmongold's chat has the same thing where it's like he looks down on them. You see him whenever he interacts with somebody unexpectedly in real life. It seems like he despises his audience because they're kind of, I don't want to say schizo-liberal nut jobs, but I'll say people that would listen to a guy over here talk about how bad America is while shocking his dog, possibly, and then also being a millionaire champagne socialist. Like, he has to know what kind of person he caters to. Like, I remember, who was that shock jock on talk radio in LA a long time ago? Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis was a guy that talked about talking to girls and all this stuff or whatever, like kind of like the misogynist guy or whatever, but gave people like red pill knowledge before Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate existed. You could hear when he would talk to callers that would call in, they'd be like kind of like the incel community. You could tell Tom Leykis like despised his audience. You guys are fucking losers. Like, Tom, he's rich and he's got all these like pretty girls around him, but then his audience is like the incel community. You can tell Hassan sees his audience the same way. There's a dynamic of it doesn't matter what he says, doesn't matter what he does, they still support him. You see that with the girl streamers all the time. Don't know the most about the one girl, but you see that with like I don't even know the names of these girls. I can kind of picture them. They'll kind of look the same, but this like the brown-haired pretty streamer girl that plays video games, they can do some horrendous things. They can get away with some, like, essentially scamming their audience with their products, but they'll still come back to it because there's this weird dynamic. They're the same thing that Hassan has.
Is this going to be a post on its own again? I know. Anytime I bring anything up, anytime I even address this, like people go fucking nutty over it.
They go nutty because they don't like seeing a guy abuse a dog.
I feel like I am giving it too much energy. I know, but like Chatter's also right.
I'm giving it too much energy. That's the thing, is nobody innocent addresses this. You guys can give me the most off the wall insane things of like accusations. You're not going to address it because they're fake. You're like, okay, these guys are crazy. You don't need to feel the need to explain yourself. If there was a whole bunch of stuff on Reddit saying decoy voice shoplifts candy from 7-Eleven, it's like, okay, this is erroneous. You guys are probably mistaking me for someone else. I'm not going to talk about it. But if it's like decoy voice supports RFK and make America healthy again, but he'll eat an entire sleeve of Oreo, what's that new Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Oreos. Good God, I'm having too many of those. If there was a semblance of truth to it, I'd probably need to acknowledge it and explain myself. But again, this analogy is getting off the walls now, and I'm just snitching on myself for being a fat ass. Let's go back to this story.
Like, oh, this happened, that happened, whatever. Yeah. In any case.
Being careful.
Where was I? You're creating employment. True. Genuine question: how do you deal with this level of psychosis directed towards you?
That's the internet. Even if there wasn't a real thing, you'd still have psychosis at you. Look at my inbox. I showed you guys a brief glimpse of the kind of like cleaner things people have said to me online. Sad to say, when people have anonymity and you kind of don't, people are going to shove stuff in your face. So I kind of feel for him there. Even if he wasn't doing anything wrong, you'd have people being mean to you.
I don't know. I'm fucking stubborn.
I'm a millionaire, so they pay this. This is, I hate to say it's a occupational hazard because you don't want anybody to catch this kind of, not necessarily for the dog stuff, but just meaningless flack, racist things in your inbox. You don't want that on anybody, even if they are doing bad stuff, because it's just like, get them for something real, not for the fake stuff, but it's just part of it. That's part of the game. It is kind of funny when you say Pokimane, where they say they had a podcast with Hassan, and then it didn't get uploaded. So they said, the episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama because he's going through some controversy. And posted this statement without my approval. Oh, so this statement wasn't from her. Or maybe she got bad, well, maybe she wrote it, it got bad reaction, so you say, no, it's someone on my staff. Sorry, guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. So this says, hey, taste buds. Watching the recent drama unfold concerning Hassan. It's getting intense. We'll talk about it. It's not right to upload this episode on this moment of time because he's going through some shit. Our community's our favorite thing. We don't want to impact the cozy atmosphere we built together. Yeah, it's true. You don't want a guy that possibly tases his dog when he doesn't sit in his little open-air prison for 4 hours at a time. Thanks for supporting our vision, a positive place out. So she says, it wasn't us. And then someone called him out saying, of course Hassan electrocuting his dog for some poor... ends with some poor person on Pokimane's staff getting fired. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it would likely be. Honestly, I would think if I was to guess, she wrote the message or someone like it was dictated but not read. Like she instructed the message to be written. It didn't go over the way she thought it was going to go over. And then now she wants to say, oh, I'm going to fire somebody over it because I don't want flack for what he did, which everybody's trying to like wash their hands of him, you know? Restructuring because people be getting fired. Yeah, if that's genuinely what happens, I don't know. Yeah. The bat identifies as a pencil? Yes, it does. So before we go ahead, and we're going to read all the super chats that were on to $20. Like I said, it was like a 50-50 vote. People wanted to see this political typology quiz. Let's go ahead and take it because honestly, I want to know. I'm on Pew Research Center. I just typed in political typology quiz if you want to take it at home. Let's see. So 16 questions, kind of easy. Let's see. What do you guys think I'll be? Will I be like a staunch conservative Republican, a libertarian, Democrat, like secret Democrat? Let's do a quiz. Let's see. What is decoy politically? Let's see. Alt-right, conservative, moderate, liberal, let's say secret liberal. Guess that's the only thing I misspelled conservative, but I don't fucking care. Let's go. Watch it label me a fascist. Why this entire thing was all a front, guys. So 1 out of 16. If I had to choose, what would I rather have? Smaller government providing fewer services, bigger government, more services, small government. Fucking. Which is closest to my view? America's openness to people from all over the world is essential to who we are as a nation. If America's open to too many people from the world, we risk losing our identity as a nation. Yeah, I would say as someone not born here, we should be changing, assimilating to American Western culture, not saying, I'm from Korea, I love Korea, but you know what, they do it better, so let's go ahead and just bring that in here, because why would I come to America if I like Korea more? In general, would you say experts would study a subject for many years or are better at making good policy decisions, worse at making good policy decisions, neither better or worse at policy decisions, the subject of other people? So if they study a subject for many years, I don't care if they study it, because if it's captured by the establishment, I don't want to like shit on teachers, but it's like if you're a teacher and you don't have real world experience, all you have is, hey, I collect the check from the government because they deem it necessary. I think you're too detached from the real world. I'm sorry, like high school teachers. I don't think you know what it is to contribute to society because you're taking a check from the government and not really experiencing the world for what it really is. So I'd say neither at this point. Thinking about increased trade of goods and services between the U.S. and other nations in recent decades, you would say the U.S. has gained more than it's lost, and it's helped lower prices, increase competitiveness, or lost more than it's gained because increased trade costs, jobs in manufacturing, other industries, and lowered wages in the U.S. I would say it's probably gained more than it's lost because, sad to say, in a capitalism world, taking advantage of cheap manufacturing in China has made the lives of Americans better, in my opinion. How much more, if anything, needs to be done to ensure equal rights for all Americans, regardless of their ethnic backgrounds? Nothing. Nothing at all. We're fine. Just like, what is it? Crowder goes out there. Charlie Kirk used to go out there. What can a black American do that a white American... No, what can a white American do that a black American can't? If the answer is nothing right now, we're good. Which following statements comes close to my view? Business corporations make too much profit. Most corporations make a fair and reasonable amount of profit. I mean... I would call myself... Thank you, mate, McPorkalab, for another 50 gifted memberships. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you for that. If a corporation's doing the right thing, they're making their money. Like, why would I say, you're too good at what you do? Like, Target is better than the mom and pop shop at giving me all the services I want. I penalize them? No. How much, if at all, would it bother you if to regularly hear people speak a language other than English in public places in your community? Regularly here? Some, I would say. Some. Regularly here, because then we lose our identity. Say some. Not a lot, because, you know, it happens, but maybe not much. Honestly, I feel like if like, Asians included, if you come to America, you should at least know how to speak the language. Say some. Maybe not much. I don't know. Between the two of these. On a scale of 1 to 100, 0 means cold and negative. 100 means warm and positive. How do you feel towards Democrats? By the word, I'd say, I don't know, Republicans 70, Democrats 30. I'd say that's a good, easy split, right? There's a lot of Republicans I don't like. A lot of Democrats I think are just Democrat by default. I don't think they know what they're voting for. Which of these statements describes your opinion on the U.S.? Stands above all the countries of the world, the greatest country in the world, along with some others. What other countries better than us? There's other countries better than the U.S. No, U.S. A-OK, number one. How much of a problem, if any, would you say are the following in the country today? People are easily offended. Yep, that's a major problem. They're way too easily offended. People are saying offensive things to others. It's not a problem because in the adult world, there's no safe spaces. There's no play school guarding from mean people. People are bad. Yeah, it's not a problem. Which comes close in my view of candidates for political office. Even if neither are exactly right, I usually feel like there's one candidate who shares most of my views. None of the candidates represent my views at all. Trump shares most of my views. Some of it he doesn't, but most of them, yeah. In general, how much do white people benefit from the advantages of society that black people do not have? Not at all. Like, what? We go into it a lot, but honestly, a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted amongst our own communities. Like, I'll just speak on behalf of Asians. I hate the idea that there was not as much anymore, but Koreans in my inbox saying, Decoy Voice, I heard you're Korean. And I'm even saying one particular guy that I wish I didn't delete the message because it's like so absurd. I heard you're Korean, Decoy Voice. I am also Korean and I'm a musician of some sort or whatever it is. You should promote my new song because we're both Korean. And I just didn't reply to him because my inbox is full, but I just remember seeing it like, the fuck is this? And then later on, he was like, I guess there's no cultural, I don't know, content, whatever it was. It was just like, I guess we don't help each other out anymore. So, you know, kamsahamnida, see ya, whatever, you guys don't help Koreans. And I was like, the fuck out of here with that. Like, if you think because we're both Korean, I owe you something is one thing. But also, if you think you need my assistance from another Korean person to make it musically, you're never going to make it. Because you want to be not the best new artist. You want to be the best new Korean artist. And that's a problem. Like I always tell people, I would like to be the best YouTuber that happens to be Korean, not the best Korean YouTuber. Don't make us in a subcategory where all we have to do is compete with other people of our ethnic background because we can't make it in the open market. That's a self-defeating thing. You'll be rewarded with views if I say, oh, we're both Korean, so listen to this guy, because they're giving you charity views, not because, hey, you worked on your craft and your art for long enough, you became the #1 musician. We actually like hearing you, so we're going to listen to you. All this stuff of like, oh, Asians don't have the same benefits in society, so we need to artificially inflate their views is self-defeating. So I say not at all. Do you think greater social acceptance of people who are transgender is good for society, somewhat good for society, either good or bad, somewhat bad for society, very bad? I would say no. Greater acceptance, neither bad nor good, because here's my take on the whole trans thing. I think a lot of people forget is when I lived in LA, I didn't know anything about trans people. I met one trans person that she's a hard worker. She was a cool person. She was a male to female trans person, and it's just not being mean at all, but they weren't passing. Like you can always say, like, okay, I can tell that's a man that transitioned to a woman, but she was hardworking and very nice. I had no problem with her, and I just remember how some of the more immature people at work were mean to her, and it was like, okay, look, she's not trying to put this on kids. She's not trying to spread it to other people. They're just trying to live their life, whatever. And then also at a different location of my work, there is a same thing, male to female, and they would honestly like just sexually harass me, other people, would try to make you in the most uncomfortable, awkward positions, knowing that if we went to our very liberal HR, they would take their side over our side. And I'm like, see, you're just taking advantage of your identity and using it as a shield for scrutiny, because there's no way in the fucking world that the way this person treats me and tries to make me feel uncomfortable with their like sexual comments, if me as an older male said the same thing to a younger female employee, I'd get nuked from orbit, fired, and probably like civilly charged. I'm not going to take my ill feelings towards the second person and put them to the first person. The same way that there's going to be a black criminal out there doing bad stuff, you're not going to take the things that your feelings towards a criminal that did something violent and put it on a random black person. So it's like, I feel like because a lot of the trans things pop up in the news that are the most revolting things, people like to apply that to the entire community, and I think that's wrong. So I say neither good or bad as society. You don't want to say accept them no matter what, and also you don't want to say ignore the bad facets of what some of them do. That's what I would say. Live and let live, right? Would you say people convicted in crimes of the country serve too much time, too little time? Nope, too little time. We let them out too fast. This is crazy. Which of the following statements close to your view? Religion should be kept separate from government policies. Government policies should support religious values and beliefs. Yes, because the thing is, even if you like Christian values, I don't think you would want Sharia law in your schools. So keep it separate. In future, do you think U.S. policy should try to keep America the only superpower? Yep. I don't want another country being able to impose their beliefs on us, because even though you say, oh, well, you know, diversity and all that stuff, do you want China making policies on behalf of other countries? No. I think the U.S. gives freedom. I don't want China, India, even the UK at this point in time giving other people their values. So let's say, what do we say? People think I'm going to be moderate, maybe conservative, maybe alt-right, maybe secretly liberal. Let's see what this is. What the fuck? Committed conservative. Wow. Okay, so I am conservative. 35% of you guys are right. Let's see. 4% progressive left. Oh, that's the drop. Okay, so this is the country. Smaller government. Wait. I thought that was going to be a drill down of what it was. Okay, so that's just kind of funny. Bo actually might be marked as a fascist. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to those super chats right now before we sign off, because this will be another 2-hour live stream that I just want to do an hour at most. Envoy Sherman saying it's been forever since last live stream. I covered all you guys. Iger wanted a shout out. No, man, that's messed up. A Tricky says, I got the nice badge. Yeah, you got the golden duck. It's going to be that new, pull it up right now. I think there's only a couple people. Let me actually pull this up over here. Does anybody actually have the new emoji yet? Let's see. Because there's a new one that just came out for people that have been channel members for 3 years. Let's see. Not yet. It is right now. We have maybe Sunshine, V Moore at 35 months, almost a 3-year mark, and then Dennis Sorrell, Koi Girl, Division Agent, Stephen Montgomery. This is Gar Redonk, Kadoma Chan, Monkey Gamer Z, Scardees, Grasslands G. Like a lot of you guys almost there, but there's gonna be a new emoji coming up that I just released. It's going to be this little Phoenix rising emoji. So yeah, you're going to have a cool emoji. If you make it 3 years, again, nobody should feel compelled to do it. But yeah, it's kind of cool that's out there. Let's see. Angelia Burlinson, thanks for joining the Decoy Elite. Thanks to Common Sense. Kiona Borge says, what country you were born? Remember you saying not US, South Korea. That's where I was born. Bobo Yogi says, make this a scheduled thing every week, same time. I'm thinking about Mondays, maybe later in the evening. Thought about it, but then also I wanted to see the Dodger game, so... Oh shit, that's almost happening, wow. Let's see. Grimy Oxtail says, as Donut Operator says, Dirty Hobo Needle Water. I don't know what that is. Master Grunt says, hire the A-team. Probably couldn't afford it. Tommy Pickles says, seek the Lord while he may be found. Jesus Christ is coming soon. Thanks for all you do. May the Lords bless the work of your hands. Appreciate it, thank you. John Miller says, it's unacceptable for me for a city PD to surrender part of a city to thugs. Yeah, very unacceptable, but that's what they're doing in liberal cities all over the place. Thank you, Intrue Ever, for joining the Decoy Elite. General Kale, yeah, no Rumble channel. Doozer Pindan says, random thought, but if Hassan wasn't the type to lower the average IQ of an empty room, he's a small critter and set up a camera. He'd get a small critter and set up a camera outside the cage. No, he wanted a dog because he likes taking pictures of the dog. He knows that's what gets him the most, attention. Oh, cute, pretty dog. Like, there's more dog lovers than there are cat lovers, than there are hamster lovers and mouse owners. So it's like, yeah, he just is set dressing to him. Don Z says, yo, congratulations. You are a great content creator and deserves all the subs. I'm surprised you don't have this many sooner, given the amount of work and details you put in such short videos. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Thank you, Sonora Paradise Farm. I remember you for a long time, saying for the algorithm. Thank you, Kat Mocha Dean, for joining the Decoy Elite. And Tracy Renee for the dancing pair. Indy Boo, lovely from Australia. Appreciate that. Man from Israel says, huge fan of your channel. You are covering so many things about America. What do you think about Moist Critical's takes on MAGA, Trump, and Israel? I don't actually know much about that. I like to watch them when I have time, but honestly, I'm trying to have more of my free time dedicated away from the internet. So Moist Critical, Asmongold, Hassan, Tectone, all those people, like, I appreciate their work, but I don't want to use it in my free time type of thing. Iger says, Decoy's honorary Aryan? What? No. Massive Dodge, thank you for the gifted membership, and I think you also joined the Decoy Elite after. Thank you. Neobox Truck says, Decoy's real name is Johnny Tran. Yeah, I mean, I didn't snitch on nobody, right? Decoy's an AI 15-year-old from the Congo. You're talking about when I had my Nigerian friend pretend he was me. That was funny. But thank you, Bobo Yogi. Thank you, Moose with Keys, for the controller sunglasses emoji. Thank you. Massive Doge says, hey, Boss Man Decoy, started watching your vids after Leaflet recommended it. Oh yeah, congrats on 1 million subs. Thank you. You've been Miss Decoy. Shout out Maybe Sunshine. Thank you, Neobox Truck, and also the super moderator, Maybe Sunshine. Sunshine. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry, the man from Israel. I didn't see your super chat. I was covering him $20 and under $20 at the end. Heresy Era says, want to support you in a small way. Love your videos. Appreciate you holding us California politicians accountable and defying their identity politics BS. Thanks for keeping it real. The Glock ban is BS. It is. I think it'll get repealed. I mean, I think that Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco is going to beat whatever the Democrats put out there. I think, especially if we can get voter ID in California, it's going conservative. Greetings from Canada says, never finish, never finish. Thank you. Jason Moldegren says, would you leave if Katie Porter wins? Is there anyone you would like running for BR governor? Spencer Pratt from the Hills, but also Chad Bianco. I think he'd be a good candidate. Who would play you in the Decoy movie, Mega Vegeta? If I had a choice, if it was voice acted, it would be Christopher Walken. If it was just by Netflix if it was by Netflix, Michael B. Jordan. If it was by AMC, probably the guy Glenn from The Walking Dead. But if I casted it, Keanu Reeves. Have him have my patchy beard and long hair. Keanu Reeves would be Decoy voice in the movie. David Smith says, watching from Dublin, Ireland here. New to your content, but very much engaged. The wave of change is here, and you're a part of it. Question, why is America so divided and blue states seem to create it? Because it's not necessarily... It's divided because the media is captured by the Democrats. They have nothing to run on except for the Republicans are bad. So if all they can do is say, hey, divide the country, that's how you get people to stay Democrat. Like, I know people that are Democrat by default because they literally think if Trump won the presidency, he'd end voting. He'd end democracy. Women would be forced to be pregnant. LGBT people would have their marriages revoked. And black people would be sent to or would lose their corporate positions because DEI would be dismantled. Like, they literally think that all these fear-mongering stuff so the Democrats can own them, not knowing that Trump was president for 4 years before. None of that stuff happened, and yet that's the only way they can capture them, through fear. Drop Barracuda says, you're a persuasion agent. I don't know what that is. Jesse Meek says, this is the first time I've ever caught you live. I feel like I'd asked for an autograph. No, I'm nobody special, but appreciate that. Thank you. Shohei and Decoy hanging out. I mean, it's so funny that I've been a Shohei Ohtani fan since the Angels days, and then when he gets a dog, its name was Decoy or Decalpin. He calls it Decoy. It wasn't even the name he gave it. He just adopted a dog named Decoy, so Shohei Ohtani watches Decoy voice. Confirmed. Mega Vegeta says, it's not a real is unless you shock a dog for moving. Thank you. Don't understand that, though. Drop Barracuda is talking about the riots in Portland and Chicago, saying the costumes are intentional. They're gaslighting everyone, casually watching, framing the protests of fun-having crowds. They're featured on Colbert. Yeah, because the one guy did it. His social media blew up, and all these unemployed idiots said, oh, I want to blow up on social media too. So they got their dog costume too, or their inflatable costume too. Amazing Disgrace says, Tom Morello is provoking violence. He's lucky we have self-control. Yeah, he's lucky that the MAGA conservatives aren't what the liberal media says we are. We're not attacking people. We just want law and order. Crazy. Crazy, huh? Lionheart says, how can they be dancing when there's a genocide? What? The war is over? Oh, never mind. Yeah, how come the people that were marching in the streets saying free Palestine with the flags everywhere, how come they're not literally dancing in the street right now? Where'd they go, guys? I don't know. Sorry, John Oliver, same difference. Don't know what that is. Sorry. Taco Link says, keep up the good work. Appreciate that. Barclay KR says, cheese upvote. Thank you. Oh, for cheddar cheese. The cat's not here. John Burns says, hey, Decoy, hope the new ceasefire holds for peace. Me too. Father Dev says, my Lord and Savior, congrats on 1 million. I put up a poster of you right above where I sleep. Absolutely great content, great execution. I wonder what that poster is, but appreciate it. Coon428 says, first time I've seen Decoy live. Want to say I love your videos, man. They're always clear and concise. Love your riot pencil. No, it's just a bat. It's a pencil bat. It's a cool bat that costs more money than it should have. Z Gundam says, why can't we use other countries send in the trucks with water thingies and see how long they last? I mean, sad to say, it might actually start happening. You don't want that, though. You want people to peacefully protest why the riots. Javier Boskins joins Decoy Elite. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Apollo 356 as well. PA Knott says, if Hassan and Destiny both go to jail, make them share the same cell. Trump, make it happen. No, again, I have no confidence in the Republicans to do anything. They're not going to jail, guys. For the Rooftop Protector Fund, thank you. I bet Hassan makes Ludwig and iDubbbz wear the same collar. I don't know about any of these guys. Vibration collar debunked. Tim Pool covered it. Yeah, 100% there was no vibration collar. To me, in my opinion. Sully says, even if it's a vibration collar, I'm pretty sure he still abused a dog because if he had to use shocks beforehand and the dog's alert to the vibrations. Exactly. Even if it's not a shock collar, for the dog to sit in one small place for all those live streams all the time, the dog isn't having a good time. Thank you, Ride Santa Cruz, for joining the Decoy Elite. Techno Misogynist says, YouTube pushed me here even though I have autoplay off. I'm not even mad. Bro shocked this dog. Can you donate half of this to the ASPCA? Okay, I'll look into that. I don't know what that is, though. Isn't that the company that says if I make a song and they use it in a commercial, they figure out how to pay me money? I don't know. Who knows? Owen says, I never catch a live stream, but I listen to you every day, Decoy. LOL. Appreciate that. Thank you. Grim Miss 187 Gaming sends a Decoy Voice membership. Thank you. Orc says, the pencil bat is sick. Love the live stream, bro. Thank you. The Last Roman says, hey, Decoy, big fan. Greetings from Massachusetts. Thank you. Circus Clap says, notice me, Decoy San. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being a Decoy member for over a year, too. Neobach Truck, Decoy loves live streams. Thank you. B-Player1 says, congrats on the 1 million subs. Your story moved us at home. Appreciate that. Hassan sucks so bad from Neobach Truck. Thank you. Borderland Robertson, Decoy member for 25 months, says Decoy Heart. Thank you. Boogie Rat says, I got Populous right. I feel like that's what I got in that quiz. Yeah, Populous right. Circus Clap says, Decoy, I'm libertarian right. I can tell you're far right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Deviate, for joining the Decoy Elite. Tracy Allen for joining, and also Hexalade. Thank you. Deviate says, I found you from Leaflet. So glad she showed your videos for me. You rock, Decoy. Appreciate it. Cat people in here too, buddy. Hope yours is doing well. Yeah, he's fine. He's just living his life. Ever since we got, they gave us a pill that he had to take without food, but we found these little treats that you can stuff the pill inside the treat, and he eats it that way, and he loves it, and he's already looking healthier. Is Decoy VC married? What's my bug out plan? I'm not married. My bug out plan? I don't know, like going into the hills and farming, I think. I don't know. But yeah, also thank you so much for Made Poker Lab for all those Decoy Voice memberships, and also Madius Ray for the Decoy Voice memberships. Those are very, very generous. I think I have a total of 214 new members. Probably 14 people bottom. Everything else was gifted, so I appreciate that. But yeah, we're like that. Follow me over on Decaf Decoy if you haven't already. I'll probably leave the live stream replay over there. And then also on Kick, if you want to watch the live streams, I think I might start streaming from there as well. So thanks for hanging out as long as you did. But for now, duck off.